Hare Krishna. So welcoming all of you for the Utthana Ekadashi special session today. Wishing all of the devotees a very happy Utthana Ekadashi. And also today is the first day of Bhishma Panchaka Vrata. For those who are following level 1, level 2, or level 3, we are doing it for the next 4 days to the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga. And today we are offering special articles also to the Lord. So, and also today is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Tirobhav Tithi. So I hope all of you all have done Pushpanjali to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who is the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is the spiritual master of our His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarand Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Utthana Ekadashi Mahamohotsava ki jai. So we'll start with the prayers. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकायै तडालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं हरिः ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So let's start our session with studying the Ekadashi Mahatmya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are reading the Ekadashi Mahatmya, about the glory of observing Ekadashi, especially today's Ekadashi, which is called Utthana Ekadashi. Yeah, Shama Priya Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams.
Yes, Mataji, you can see the screen. Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yes, Mataji, please read. Hare, I think you're getting unmute. Please unmute, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams. Okay, Mataji, done.
Yeah.
You can see Mataji. Hare Krishna. Utthana Ekadashi. It has 4 names: Haribodhini, Prabodhini, Devotini, and Utthana Ekadashi, and is the second Ekadashi, Kartik Shukla light fortnight in the month of Kartik. Lord Brahma said to Narad Muni, "Dear son, O best of the sages, I shall narrate to you the glories of Haribodhini Ekadashi, which eradicates all the kinds of sins and bestows great merit and ultimately liberation upon the wise persons who surrender unto the Supreme Lord. O best of the Brahmanas, the merits acquired by bathing in Ganges remain significant only as long as Haribodhini Ekadashi does not come. This Ekadashi, which occurs during the light fortnight of the month of Kartik, is much more purifying than a bath in the ocean at the place of pilgrimage or in a lake. This sacred Ekadashi is more powerful in nullifying sin than 1000 Ashwamedha sacrifices and 100 Rajasuya sacrifices. Narad Muni inquired, "O father, please describe the relative merits of fasting completely on Ekadashi, eating supper without grains or beans, or eating once at midday without grains or beans." Lord Brahma replied, "If a person eats once a midday on Ekadashi, the sins of his previous birth are erased. If he eats supper, the sins acquired during his previous 2 births are removed. And if he fasts completely, the sins accumulated during his previous 7 births are eradicated. O son, whatever is only rarely achieved within the 3 worlds is obtained by him who strictly observes Haribodhini Ekadashi. A person whose sins equal Mount Sumeru in volume sees them all reduced to nothing if he simply fasts on Papa Harini Ekadashi, another name for Haribodhini Ekadashi. The sins of a person has accumulated over a thousand previous births are burned to ashes if he only fasts but also remains awake. He not only fasts but also remains awake throughout the Ekadashi night, just as a mountain of cotton can be burned to ashes if one lights a small fire in it. O Narada, a person who strictly observes this fast achieves the result I have mentioned. Even if one does a small amount of pious activities on this day, following the rules and regulations, one will earn merit to Mount Sumeru in volume. However, a person who does not follow the rules and regulations given in these scriptures may perform pious activity equal to Mount Sumeru in volume, but he will not earn even a small amount of merit. One who does not chant the Gayatri Mantra 3 times a day, who disregards the fast days, who does not believe in God, who criticizes the Vedic scriptures, who thinks the Vedas bring only ruination to one, who follows their injunction, who enjoys another's wife, who is utterly foolish and wicked, who does not appreciate any service that has been rendered to him, or who cheats others, such a sinful person can never perform any religious activity effectively. Be he a Brahmana or a Shudra who tries to
Hare
enjoy
Krishna,
another
Mataji, your voice is breaking. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams.
Yeah,
Okay, now
Mataji, I'll
Mataji.
read. I think your voice is breaking. I believe. Okay. So one who does not chant the Gayatri Mantra 3 times a day, who disregards fast days, who does not believe in God, who criticizes the Vedic scriptures, who thinks the Vedas bring only ruination to one who follows their injunctions, who enjoys another's wife, who is utterly foolish and wicked, who does not appreciate any service that has been rendered to him, or who cheats others, such a sinful person can never perform any religious activity effectively. But be he a Brahmana or a Shudra, whoever tries to enjoy another man's wife, particularly the wife of a twice born person, is said to be no better than a dog eater. Oh, best of the sages, any Brahmana who enjoys sex with a widow or Brahmana lady married to another man brings ruin to himself and his family. Any Brahmana who enjoys illicit sex will have no children in his next life. Any past merit he may have earned is ruined. Indeed, if such a person displays any arrogance towards a twice born Brahmana or a spiritual master, he loses all his spiritual advancement immediately, as well as his wealth and children. Yes, Sindhu Mataji, go ahead. Please unmute. Sindhu Mataji, please unmute. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhupada Jai. Pramaya Mataji, oh best of the sages.
These three kinds of men ruin their acquired merits.
These 3 kinds of men ruin their acquired merits. He whose character is immoral, he who has sex with the wife of a dog eater, and he who appreciates the association of rogues. Whoever associates with sinful people and visit their homes without a spiritual purpose will go directly to the abode of Lord Yamaraja, superintendent of death. And if someone eats in such a home, his acquired merit is destroyed along with his fame, duration of life, children, and happiness. Any sinful rascal who insults a saintly person soon loses his religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification, and he at last burns in the fire of hell. Anyone who likes to offend saintly persons or who does not interrupt someone who is insulting saintly persons is considered no better than an ass. Such a wicked man sees his dynasty destroyed before his very eyes. A person whose character is unclean and who's a rogue or a swindler or who always finds faults with others does not achieve a higher destination after death, even if he gives charity generously or performs other pious deeds. Therefore, one should refrain from performing inauspicious acts and perform only pious ones by which one will acquire merit and avoid suffering. However, the sins of the one who, after due consideration, decides to fast of Haribodhini Ekadashi are erased from 100 previous lives, and whoever fasts and remains awake overnight on this Ekadashi achieves unlimited merit, and after death goes to the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu, and then 1,000 of his ancestors, relatives, and descendants also reach that abode. Even if one's forefathers were implicated in many sins and are suffering in hell, they still attain beautifully ornamented spiritual bodies and happily go to the Vishnu's abode. O Narada, even one who has committed the heinous sin of killing a Brahmana is freed of all the stains on his character by fasting on Haribodhini Ekadashi and remaining awake that night. The merit that cannot be won by bathing in all the places of pilgrimage, performing a horse sacrifice, or giving cows gold of fertile land in charity can easily be achieved by fasting on this holy day and remaining awake throughout the night. Anyone who observes Haribodhini Ekadashi is celebrated as highly qualified and makes his dynasty famous. As death is certain, so losing one's wealth is also certain. Knowing this, O best of sages, one should observe a fast on this day so dear to Hari, Sri Hari Bodhini Ekadashi. All places of pilgrimage in the three worlds at once come to reside in the house of a person who fasts on this Ekadashi. Therefore, to please the Lord who holds a disc in his hand, one should give up all engagements, surrender and observe this Ekadashi fast. One who fasts on this Haribodhini day is acknowledged as a wise man, a true yogi, an aesthetic, and one whose senses are truly under control. He alone enjoys this world properly, and he will certainly achieve liberation. This Ekadashi is very dear to Lord Vishnu, and thus it is a very essence of religiosity. Even if one observance of it bestows the topmost reward in all the three worlds. O Naradji, whoever fasts on this Ekadashi will definitely not enter a womb again, and thus faithful devotees of the Supreme Godhead give up all the varieties of religion and simply surrender to fasting on this Ekadashi. For that great soul who honors this Ekadashi with fasting and remaining awake throughout the night, the Supreme Lord, Sri Govinda, personally terminates the sinful reactions that soul has acquired by the actions of his mind, body, and words. O son, for anyone who bathes in the place of pilgrimage, gives charity, chants the holy names of the Supreme Lord, undergoes austerities, and performs sacrifices for God on Haribodhini Ekadashi, the merit thus earned all becomes imperishable. A devotee who worships Lord Madhava on this day with first-class paraphernalia becomes free from the great sins of 100 lifetimes. A person who observes this fast and worships Lord Vishnu properly is freed from that great danger. This Ekadashi fast pleases Lord Janardana so much that he takes the person who observes it back to his abode. While going there, the devotee illuminates then 10 universal directions. Whoever desires beauty and happiness should try to honor Haribodhini Ekadashi, especially if it falls on Dwadashi. The sins of one's past 100 births, the sins committed during the childhood, youth, and old age, in all those lifetimes, whether those sins are dry or wet, are nullified by the Supreme Lord Govinda if one fast on Haribodhini Ekadashi with devotion. Haribodhini Ekadashi is the best Ekadashi. Nothing is unobtainable or rare in this world for one who fasts on this day, for it gives good food grains, great wealth, and high merit, as well as eradication of all sin, the terrible obstacle to liberation. Fasting on this Ekadashi is 1,000 times better than giving charity on the day of the solar or lunar eclipse. Again, I say to you, O Naradji, whatever merit is earned by one who bathes in the place of pilgrimage, performs sacrifices, and studies the Vedas is only 1/10 millionth the merit earned by a person who fasts but one on Haribodhini Ekadashi. Whatever merit one has acquired in this life by some pious activities becomes completely fruitless if one does not observe the Ekadashi fast and worship Lord Vishnu in the month of Kartika. Therefore, you should always worship the Supreme Lord Janardana and render service to him. Thus, you will attain the desired goal, the highest perfection. Continue. On Haribodhini Ekadashi.
Okay, Mataji, let me read. I think this is a long one because I can see more than half the pages left. So let me also read a little bit. Other devotees would like to read also can raise your hand. On Haribodhini Ekadashi, a devotee of the Lord should not eat in another's house or eat food cooked by a non-devotee. If he does so, he achieves only the merit of fasting on a full moon day. Philosophical discussion of scriptures in the month of Kartika pleases Sri Vishnu more than if one gives elephants and horses in charity or performs a costly sacrifice. Whoever chants or hears descriptions of Lord Vishnu's qualities and pastimes, even if but a half or even a fourth of a verse, attains a wonderful merit derived from giving away 100 cows to a Brahmana. So you're going to read Bhagavad Gita 2 verses and you meditate on it. Or Narada, oh Narada, during the month of Kartika, one should give up all kinds of ordinary duties and devote one's full time and energy, especially while fasting, to discuss the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Such glorification of Sri Hari on the day so dear to the Lord, Ekadashi, liberates 100 previous generations. One who spends his time enjoying such discussions, especially in the month of Kartika, achieves the results of performing 10,000 fire sacrifices and burns all his sins to ashes. He who hears the wonderful narrations concerning Lord Vishnu, particularly during the month of Kartika, automatically earns the same merit as that bestowed upon someone who donates 100 cows in charity. O great sage, a person who chants the glories of Lord Hari on Ekadashi achieves a merit earned by donating 7 islands. Yes, Rajneesh Prabhu, please go ahead. Narada Muni asked his glorious father from there.
Hare Krishna Mataji Janve Pranam.
Hare Krishna, pronouns.
Narada Muni asked his glorious father, O universal sire, I best of all demigods, Please tell me how to observe the most sacred Ekadashi. What kind of merit does it bestow upon the faithful? Lord Brahma replied, O son, a person who wants to observe this Ekadashi should rise early on Ekadashi morning during the Brahm Muhurat hour, an hour and half an hour before sunrise until 50 minutes before sunrise. He should then clean his teeth and bathe in a lake, river, pond, or well, or in his own home as the tradition warrants. After worshipping Lord Shri Keshava, he should listen carefully to the sacred descriptions of the Lord. He should pray to the Lord thus, O Lord Keshava, I shall fast on this day, which is so dear to you, and tomorrow I shall honor your sacred prasadam. O lotus-eyed Lord, O infallible one, you are my only shelter, kindly protect me. Having spoken this solemn prayer before the Lord with great love and devotion, one should fast cheerfully. O Narada, whoever remains awake all night on this Ekadashi, singing beautiful songs, glorifying the Lord, dancing in ecstasy, playing delightful instrumental music, or for his transcendental prayer and reciting the pastimes of Lord Krishna as recorded in bona fide Vedic literature, such a person will most assuredly reside far beyond the three worlds in the eternal spiritual realm of God. So, on Haribodhini Ekadashi, one should worship Shri Krishna with camphor, fruits, and aromatic flowers, especially the yellow agaru flowers. One should not absorb oneself in making money on this important day. In other words, greed should be exchanged for charity. This is the process for turning loss into the unlimited merit. One should offer many kinds of fruits to the Lord and bathe him with water from a conch shell. Each of each of these devotional practices, when performed on Haribodhini Ekadashi, is 10 million times more beneficial than bathing in all the places of pilgrimage and giving all forms of charity. Even Lord Indra joins his palm and offers his obeisances to a devotee who worships Lord Janardhan with his with first class August
Stay
flowers
after of
August
this day.
flowers on this day. The Supreme Lord Hari is very pleased when he is decorated with nice August flowers. O Narada, I give liberation to one who devotedly worships Lord Krishna on the Ekadashi in the month of Kartik with the leaves of bel tree, and for one who worships Lord Janardhana with fresh tulsi leaves and fragrant flowers during this month. O son, I personally burn to ashes all the sins he has committed for then
10,000
thousand
words.
words.
There are some spelling mistakes here.
Okay, then
Okay, thank
sorry
you, Prabhu.
girls,
Let me
10,000
continue.
words.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Okay,
Prabhu. Hare
thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
One who merely sees Tulsi Maharani, touches her, meditates on her, narrates her history, offers obeisances to her, prays to her for her grace, plants her, worships her, waters her lives, lives in the abode of Lord Hari eternally. O Narada, one who serves Tulsi Devi in these 9 ways, achieves happiness in the higher world for as many thousands of yugas as there are roots and subroots growing from a mature Tulsi plant. When a full-grown Tulsi plant produces seeds, many plants grow from those seeds and spread their branches, twigs, and flowers, and these flowers also produce numerous seeds. For as many thousands of kalpas as there are seeds produced in this way, the forefathers of one who serves Tulsi in these nine ways will live in the abode of Lord Hari. Those who worship Lord Keshava with Kadamba flowers, which are very pleasing to him, gets his mercy and do not see the abode of Yamaraj, death personified. What is the use of worshipping someone else if all desires can be fulfilled by pleasing Lord Hari? For example, a devotee offers him Bakula, Ashoka, and Patali flowers, is freed from misery and distress for as long as the sun and moon exist in the universe, and at last he achieves liberation. O best of the Brahmanas, an offering of Kanera flowers to Lord Jagannath brings as much mercy upon the devotee as that earned by worshipping Lord Keshava for 4 yugas. One who offers tulsi flowers to Sri Krishna during the month of Kartika receives more merit than can be obtained by donating 10 million cows. Even a devotional offering of newly grown sprouts of grass brings with it 100 times the benefit obtained by ordinary ritualistic worship of the Supreme Lord. One who worships Lord Vishnu with the leaves of the Samika tree is freed from the clutches of Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. One who worships Vishnu during the rainy season with Champaka or jasmine flowers never returns to the planet Earth again. One who worships the Lord with but a single kumbi flower achieves the benefit of donating a pala of gold. If a devotee offers a single flower of the Ketiki or wood apple tree to Lord Vishnu, who rides on Garuda, he is freed from the sins of 10 million birds. So today we can offer Manasika. If we don't have wood apple, we can offer Manasika. Furthermore, one who offers Lord Jagannath flowers and also 100 leaves anointed with red and yellow sandalwood paste will certainly come to reside in Shvetadvipa, far beyond the coverings of this material creation. O greatest of the Brahmanas, Narada Muni, after thus worshipping Lord Keshava, the bestower of all material and spiritual happiness, on Hari Bodhini Ekadashi or Uttana Ekadashi, one should rise early the next day, bathe in a river, chant japa of Krishna's holy names, and render loving devotional service to the Lord at home to the best of one's ability. To the best of one's ability. To break the fast, the devotee should offer some prasadam to Brahmanas, only then with their permission eat some grains. Thereafter, to please the Supreme Lord, the devotee should worship a spiritual master, the purest of the Lord's devotees, and offer him sumptuous food, nice cloth, gold, and cows according to the devotees' means. This will certainly please the Supreme Personality of God as the holder of the disc. Next, the devotee should donate a cow to the Brahmana. Whoever has neglected any rules and regulations of spiritual life, you should confess them before the Brahmana, devotees of the Lord. Then one should offer dakshina, money. Then one who has eaten supper on Ekadashi should feed a Brahmana the next day. This is very pleasing to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who has fasted without asking the permission of a priest, he should donate a bull to a Brahmana. Honey and yogurt are also proper gifts for a Brahmana. Someone who's fasted from ghee should donate milk. Who's fasted from grain should donate rice. Whatever he fasted from, that it seems we have to offer. A man who wants to prevent baldness should donate a mirror. All right. An Ekadashi fast is complete and offers a qualified Brahmana gold or copper pot filled with ghee and ghee wicks. So feeding a Vaishnava or a Brahmana. After offering obeisance, begging permission, devotee should eat his meal. On this Ekadashi, Chaturmasya ends. So whatever one gave up during Chaturmasya should be donated to the Brahmanas. One who follows this process of Chaturmasya receives unlimited merit, O King of Kings, and goes to the abode of Lord Vasudeva after death. O King, anyone who observes the complete Chaturmasya without a break attains eternal happiness and does not receive another birth. But when someone breaks the fast, he becomes a blind man or a leper. Thus, I have narrated to you the complete process of observing Haribodhini Ekadashi. Anyone who reads or hears about this achieves the merit earned by donating cows to a qualified Brahmana. Thus ends a narration of the glories of Kartika Shukla Ekadashi, also known as Haribodhini Ekadashi or Deva Uthani Ekadashi from the Skanda Puran. So many things are given here. It is said that if one has not taken proper permission or if one is not donating something, then all of these negative things may happen. But you should always understand that when we are following or observing the Ekadashi for the pleasure of Lord Hari, for the pleasure of Krishna, for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, then we are not actually expecting money, or we are not expecting relief from hair fall, and or expecting relief from miseries of this material world, because we know miseries in this material world are bound to come and go. Matra Sparshas Kaunteya Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada. So we observe Ekadashi simply for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga. And why are we reading the glories then? Simply by reading the glories of the Ekadashi, it is amounting to offering cows in charity, right? We are not able to offer cows in charity, so at least by reading, and we are following the instructions of Guru Maharaj, who also reads the glories of this Ekadashi every Ekadashi. So following in Guru Maharaj's instructions, we are also reading we are reading the glories of the Ekadashi, but we should understand, even if you're not able to follow certain things like waking up the whole night, etc., we should know that if you are observing this Ekadashi for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, will get the benefit, which is Krishna Prema, will become more and more dear to Lord Hari. Shri Harinam Prabhu ki jai. Utthan Ekadashi Mahamohotsava ki jai. And today's wonderful Vaishnava Bhajan is, it was mentioned in the glories of this Ekadashi also, that one should sing the glories of Lord Hari. So what better song to sing the glories of Lord Hari than this song, which glorifies Lord Sri Krishna, which glorifies the abode of Lord Sri Krishna, Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana. So let me share my screen and let's quickly sing this beautiful song. We can all sing together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we'll sing this beautiful song, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. This is written by Krishnadas Prabhu, and its language is Bengali, but we can understand because it's a glorification of the Lord, His Nama, Rupa, Guna, and Leela. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana, Sri Govinda Gopinatha, Madana Mohana, Ramakunda Radha Kunda, Giri Govardhana, Kalindi Jamuna, Jaya Jaya Mahavana, Keshigata Vamshi Bata, Swadashakana, Jaha Sabalila, Koilo Shri Nandanandana, Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya, Jaya Gopagana, Sri Ramadi Jaya, Jaya Renuvatsa Gana, Jaya Vreshavanu Jaya, Kirtida Sundari, Jaya Paurnamasi, Jaya Virana Gari, Jaya Jaya Gopishwara, Vrindavana Maja, Jaya Jaya Krishna, Sakha Batudvi Choraj, Jaya Rama Gatha, Jaya Rohini Nandana, Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Basi Jata Jana, Jaya Dvijapati Jaya, Nagatanya Gana, Bhakti Tejahara, Pailo Govinda Chara, Shri Rasa Mandala, Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam, Jaya Jaya Rasalila Sarva Manoram, Jaya Jaya Jwala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sar, Hara Kiya Bhave Jaha Bradete Prachar, Tijanava Pada Padmam, Koriya Smarana, Dina Krishna Dasa, Kohe Nama Sankirtana, Shri Gauranga, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana, Shri Gauranga, Shri Govinda Gopinatha, Madana Mohana, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana, Shri Govinda, Gopinatha, Madana, Mohana. So the song actually speaks about the glories of Vrindavan Dham. The Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda, Gopinath, Madan Mohan, right? The three principal deities of Vrindavan. Radha Madan Mohan is the Sambandha deity. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda ji is our Abhideya deity, and Radha Gopinath is our Prayojana Vigraha. So when we are focusing and meditating on Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath, then we are concentrating on our Sambandha Gyan with the Lord, Jivira Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. We are focusing on the Abhideya Gyan. That means we are engaging in devotional service for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, for the pleasure of Radha Krishna. And finally, the Prayojana Gyan, which is Krishna Prema, is awarded by Radha Gopinath. What is that? Gopi Partur Padakamalyor, Dasa, 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 Anudasa. And we become the servant of Radha Gopinath, or 7 times down. Then that is the greatest perfection of life, where you would attain Krishna Prema. Okay, so now let's quickly go on to the 2 verses for today. The 2 verses that we're going to meditate on for the next 2 weeks until next Ekadashi. We are on chapter number 7. Today the 2 verses are 7.26 and 7.27. 7.26, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Vedaham Samatitani, Vartamanani cha Arjuna, Bhavishyani cha Bhutani, Mam tu Vedana Kaschana. So Vedaham Samatitani. That means Lord Shri Krishna says, I know everything that has happened in the past. Samatitani, Vartamanani, I know everything that is happening in the present. Cha Arjuna also. Bhavishyani, I also know what is going to happen in the future of not only himself, right? Sometimes we don't know what is happening to us, in the one day also, right? We have to just recollect what I ate the day before yesterday for breakfast. We don't remember. But then Lord Krishna remembers the past, the present, and the future, not only of this lifetime, not only for himself, but he knows across all the lifetimes of all the living entities, all the Bhutani. Mam tu Vedana Kaschana. But me, no one knows. So Krishna says, I know everybody inside out, but me, nobody knows. So we can memorize this verse if we don't know this verse and meditate on this verse, that Krishna knows me in and out. Whatever I think, Krishna knows me even before I get to know it. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha Arjuna, bhavishyani cha bhutani, mam tu Vedana Kaschana. So I know the past, present, and future, not only of one person, but of all the living entities. But me, nobody knows. That is 7.26. And then 7.27. 7.27 talks about Ichcha Dvesha Samuttena Dvandva Mohena Bharata Sarva Bhutani Sammoham Sarge Yanti Paramtapa. So Krishna is saying Ichcha Dvesha Samuttena. This Ichcha and Dvesha, that means to love someone or to desire something or to hate someone or to hate something. This is actually because of the dual nature of this material world. And the nature of this material world is illusion. Sarva Bhutani Sammoham. And it is putting the entire world into illusion. Sarge Yanti Paramtapa. Oh, conqueror of enemies, right? Parantapa means one who has conquered all of his enemies, right? Parantapa. Such a person, while having taken birth in this material world, what does he do? He becomes captured by Maya and is getting into this duality of this material world, which is desire and hate, right? So what should we do? We should try to get out of this duality by engaging in service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the verse to memorize, to meditate for the next 2 weeks, Ichcha Dvesha Samuttena Dvandva Mohena Bharata Sarva Bhutani Sammoham Sarge Yanti Parantapa. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Sri Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So there are 4 minutes left. So a couple of things. Today is the first day of Bhishma Panchaka Vrata. So those of us who are doing first level, second level, third level, I know most of us are doing second level of fasting, which is fruits and nuts. So according to level fasting, we can continue with our fast. Secondly, today is Uttana Ekadashi. So we've circulated the Google form, wherein those who are who taken a Sankalpa and chanting extra rounds may kindly update the Google form by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll call out all your names and we will chant Narasimha Kavacham for your protection. And thirdly, today is Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj's Tirobhav Tithi. So most of us would have observed fast until noon and also done Pushpanjali to Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. He's there in our Guru Parampara, in our altar. So we can offer Pushpanjali. If we have not already offered, we can offer Pushpanjali to Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, telling his pranam mantra, Namo Gaur Kishoraya, Sakshat Vairagya Murte, Vipralambar Sambode, Padam Bhujayate Namaha. So generally we tell the entire Mangalacharan prayers from Om Jnana Timirandasya. And then we again chant Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Pranam Mantra 3 times and we offer Pushpanjali 3 times. So we can do that in case you've not yet done. And what else? And of course, today is the 4th last day of Kartik. The last 5 days of Kartik. So yesterday was the last. Yesterday was the 5th. Today is the 4th last day. So we are again meeting for the 3 Sandhya program. We try to align it as much as possible to 6, 12 and 6 p.m. So morning anyways, we are doing Brahmurta chanting until 6:45, 7 o'clock. Today we did until 8 a.m. because devotees were joining more and more. And so we did it almost till 8 o'clock in the morning. And then now we are doing the afternoon Sandhya and we'll be looking forward to meeting you in the evening Sandhya at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So we will chant those prayers in the auspicious month of Kartik for the exclusive pleasure of Guru and Gauranga. Shri Harinam Prabhu ki jai, Kartik Vrata ki jai, Uttana Ekadashi Vrata ki jai, Bhishma Panchaka Vrata ki jai, Shri Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj Tirobha Mahamotsava ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So 2 minutes of Sankirtan and then we'll meet you at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Zoom. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Astatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gaura Nitai Jai Jai Jagannath Jai Jai Baladev Jai Jai Subhadra Jaya Jai Sudarshan Jaya Bala Gopal Jaya Radha Damodar Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Radhe Jaya Radhe 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 Shri Radhe Jai Sadguru Swami Jaya Guru Parampara Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shri Ram Sankirtan ki jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So the last 5 days we're meditating on Vacho Vegam, to control the urges of the tongue.